it's Jess here from the Reptile Nook. Today I'm here with Ralphie, our bearded dragon, and we are going to cover the pros and cons of owning a bearded dragon today. Like we did for the snakes, we're going to start off with some of the negatives, because with all animals there are negatives no matter how great of a species they are. And one of the big negatives for these guys is that they can be super prone to metabolic bone disease, which is not really reversible once they get it, and it is 100% preventable. So with bearded dragons, you need to make sure they have the proper UVB, calcium supplementation, and diet to make sure that they keep their bones nice and strong. Otherwise, it can cause pain, mobility issues, things like that. So that's one of the big negatives. A lot of rescues can have metabolic bone disease. And another negative with these guys, kind of leading into that with the metabolic bone disease, is that these guys are sometimes harder than people expect to care for. They're often labeled as a beginner reptile, and that is, in my opinion, mostly because of just how widely available they are. But these guys, unlike some other species, do need food every single day. And not only do they need bugs, but they also need greens, and they need the perfect balance of both of those. So their diet can sometimes be a little more complicated than people anticipate. That, and they also need a large size enclosure. So overall, people think that they're easy, especially with how pet stores market them. But they are super rewarding if you're willing to put in the time, money, and effort for these guys. Now on to some of the positives of owning a bearded dragon. These guys are very sociable animals. They don't like being kept with other bearded dragons. They are best kept alone, but they do form pretty good bonds with their handlers. As you can see, Ralphie's just chilling with me right now. And so he knows who I am, that I'm one of his caretakers, and that I will take care of him, not hurt him, anything like that. And these guys can form these good bonds, but they can't love us like, say, a dog or cat can. So it is a little bit of a different bond than, say, a mammal pet would have with you. But overall, these guys do have great personalities. Ralphie will get jealous if I don't have him out of the enclosure sometimes. So great personalities. Another positive is that these guys are pretty smart, so you can give these guys some pretty fun enrichment items. We've given Ralphie, dog treat balls with salads in them or bugs and just different things to get him eating in different ways, interacting in different ways. So these guys are very smart lizards. They're not the smartest, but as far as lizards go, they do have a good IQ. And these guys can also be pretty hardy. So even though they are prone to metabolic bone disease, they, can withstand a good amount of handling before they get too stressed out once they're trained, of course. Ralphie, it took a lot of training to get him to be this calm with us. But overall, you're not going to hurt a bearded dragon as easily as some other species, just with handling. Another positive with these guys is just how popular they are. So it is pretty easy to find these guys if you're looking to get one as a pet. There are a lot that are up for rehomes or adoptions right now, so it's always a great idea to look into those animals that do need homes a little more desperately. But there are also a lot of reputable breeders out there who do sell these guys. With getting a bearded dragon, at least in the United States, all of them right now are captive bred, which is huge because you're not worrying about them getting taken out of the wild right now or having parasites that you'd find in the wild. Of course, parasites are always a risk with any new animal you bring in, but captive bred is always best, and so that is great when looking for a bearded dragon. Overall, bearded dragons do make great animals to keep. Again, they are a lot of work, but if you're willing to do the research beforehand and put in that time and effort and money with them, they do make great animals. I definitely do not regret getting Ralphie here because he's a great animal. And thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.